I'm a complete believer, by the way, on network APIs. I feel that this is the right vehicles for communication service providers to monetize the network. Now I see more and more adoption. I see more and more demand of, special services in the network, or what we call 5G Advanced and 6G. So we're currently working very, very closely with GSM OGI, and our company had developed a solution which we call Network as Code about 4 years ago. And it's basically an ecosystem of partners, both community service providers on the one hand, but also a lot of enterprises like the one that you see here with Elmo. And we help the ecosystem basically to adopt network APIs. The networks are evolving and are becoming more AI aware, or what we call AI native. I see more and more demand of special services in the network, or what we call 5G Advanced and 6G. So more quality service on demand, more about slicing, more about getting insights on the network on pockets of, for instance, congestions in the network. These sort of things, and less on what we call the silent authentication and digital identity. So the more advanced use cases. When we go to, let's say, events like this, these events are very, very heavily focused on the communication service providers. And of course, they are the network that runs everything, so you need to have them in order to enable network APIs. But I see the same sort of need also to educate all the enterprises, all the developers, or from the indie developers all the way to the big enterprises, on what network APIs can actually do for them. The maturity curve actually had increased significantly from last year. So if about 2 years ago, I would say you had to explain the value proposition of network APIs to the community as a whole. Now I see more and more adoption. I see the communication service providers not just trying to understand how network APIs are actually beneficial for them and how they can actually monetize the network, but actually starting to go a little bit more further, deeper, and try to understand which APIs they should actually roll out first. So whether it's about digital identity, whether it's about quality service on demand, is it about a certain sector, a certain vertical? So a lot more maturity this year. We work very, very closely with GSMA. So we've been their platform of choice for their hackathon with developers for 3 years in a row now. In addition to that, we're working with them almost in every initiative that they have around hackathon and about showcasing let's say, the practical use of network APIs around the world, whether it's in Doha, whether it's in India that we just had the biggest hackathon ever with more than 1,000 developers working on it. So our goal, as I said, I think it's important that developers will understand the value of network APIs. I'm a complete believer, by the way, on network APIs. I feel that this is the right vehicles for communication service providers to monetize the network. And we're working very closely with them to bring that sort of education to different audiences, not just the CSPs, but really to the enterprises.